Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Wednesday. So you know what that means. That means another live stream of AEW Dynamite tonight on the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the fun, folks. And make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight. We will be your reaction to all the action. And we're looking forward to this one. Go home show for Double or Nothing. It's going to be interesting. How's it look? How's it feel? What are they going to do? A couple face-to-face, couple matches thrown in. Not a lot announced for tonight or Double or Nothing, which we will talk about. But get in that chat. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You put another week in the books, or almost. You're halfway there. We got hump day in the books is what I meant. But Friday, Junior, tomorrow, we got 4 preview and prediction shows all wrapped into one. And then Friday, the weekend is upon us. Memorial Day weekend for a lot of people out there. So I hope you have a good one. And again, we will be here all weekend long with all of the stuffs, all of the shows, all of the pay-per-views. Double or Nothing, of course, on Sunday. We got Battleground on Sunday as well. Saturday night main event. And then TNA's bringing us a little bit of Under Siege on Friday. So like, share, subscribe. Again, share this link. It's the nicest thing you could do for us. Share this link with all your friends. And again, the most unscripted, unbiased, uncensored chat out there. We're looking forward to tonight. We're looking forward to this show. And we hope TKN family can bring us a little bit of happiness, a little bit of fun, get us amped and excited for Double or Nothing. I will mention real quick, I mean, you're looking at 7 matches announced so far for Double or Nothing. How many matches between now and Sunday will get added? Will we add some during Collision? Will we get those kind of phantom pre-show matches? Right now, I think we're good. Like, don't go too much further, Tony. You're good. I mean, Anarchy in the Arena, that's going to take a whole lot of time. Won't be a short match. Hangman Osprey won't be a short match. Stretcher match, probably going to go longer than we expect. The tag team match with FTR has got a little bit of time to cook. The women's match, I hope they get a good amount of time. Tony Storm, Mina, and of course, Mercedes and Jamie. Again, a lot to figure out with all of that, but you have time to let these matches cook without the pay-per-view feeling super long. I hope there's not, I expect at least 3 more matches, but nothing more than that. That's got to be the max. But nonetheless, we are here live this Sunday. Shout out to Big Nick. Shout out to Anthony as we bring you the rest of this week. We just blaze on into next week as we got more and more coming your way. Of course, Money in the Bank soon. SummerSlam 2-night event. We will be here for both nights. And again, all your wrestling, all in, all out. Speaking of All Out has announced. If we touched on this last night, we'll talk about it real quick. But All Out is coming to the beautiful, I almost said state, the beautiful city of Toronto, Saturday, September 20th. This one should be a good one. Again, All Out, there's a little more breathing room, I do believe. In the past, they've been like neck and neck with All In, like a week apart, 2 weeks apart. This should be good. Let's go. The Canadians know how to have a good time. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty pumped about it. It's we'll see what they start announcing or what things look like. I think I'd like to see some things live. But as far as tonight goes, folks, as we are about 9 minutes away from the start of the show, I have the Hurt Syndicate will be here tonight, and it's official. They're going to sign the contract, or will they? Is it official? Will this lead to something at Double or Nothing? Is Cedric Alexander in the building? All questions we have heading into this one. But MJF joins the Hurt Syndicate. Supposed to be official tonight. We will see what happens. Is MJF going to shoot himself in the foot? by talking too much, or the lawyer is going to have too many demands, or was this a ruse the whole time? What else we getting tonight? Face to face, talked about this, setting up Double or Nothing, huge match. I think Will Osprey should already be the champion, but a lot of people think this is Adam Page's time. So again, I think it's going to be very interesting. We will see how the face-to-face goes tonight. A face-to-face between Mercedes and Jamie Hayter, as and maybe Scooby-Doo if he shows up. But again, this one should be interesting. I think these two ladies have a potential to put on a good match. I think this back and for face-to-face they do tonight might be a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep the hopium going. Let's keep the hopium going. Don't forget, get your merch. Tony Storm will be at ringside for Mina taking on Julia Hart. Very interesting match. Mina's kind of needing the W. You want her looking strong going into Double or Nothing. And again, we kind of surprised the world by, kind of jumping into this. Mina went down to Ring of Honor, bounced back up. There's no real, there is history, but there's a difference between having history and having a story. And, it should be a hell of a match come Double or Nothing, though. I really hope they tear it down. And then another All-Star. You guys have your fill of All-Stars yet? Another All-Star. We get an All-Star, no Eliminator. So we took a break on Eliminators, but we are getting an All-Star trios match. Quick question for everyone out there. Do you ever notice, for some reason, when we get a trios, especially a trios championship team, that all of a sudden, once they win the belts or they're established, they just start partnering up with anybody and everybody? Like, there's a trios that exist here, but we slide Swerve in. It's funny. It's just a weird thing. I know people are going to say because of Anarchy in the Arena. I know. I get it. But they will be taking on Moxley and the Bucks. We'll see what this looks like. Again, a lot of people have been hard on the Moxley stuff. A lot of people have been hard on the Bucks for obvious reasons. I like the ops. I don't. Again, I feel like Anarchy in the Arena is a little bit forced this year. I don't feel like there was a lot of real good build up to it. And there's some, inconsistencies. But all in all, we'll see what this match is. We'll keep the hope. We'll try and be excited. But I will take a second before I go to the chat and say hello. Don't forget, we are the WFU. We are not the IWC. We are the antithesis. We are the logical, rational brain. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes we try. But we don't always do it. But it's going to be a fun one. And again, join the WFU. Be different. Use the hashtags. Tag us in your wrestling posts. And again, keep it respectful. Keep it clean. And we're happy to argue all night long about whatever's on your wrestling mind, folks. But that's it. That's the card tonight. That's the show tonight. I don't think I've taken a breath in 8 minutes, so that's hilarious. But tomorrow, Thursday, we will be here. We have 4 shows to get into. All the shows I talked about: Under Siege, Saturday Night Main Event, Double or Nothing, Battleground. We're getting into all of it. We're going to break them all down. We are going to give you your predictions for all of it. The whole weekend, myself, Nick, and Anthony will be here, and we're going to tell you what we think is going to happen over the weekend, what should be an insane weekend in wrestling. So if everybody can, take a breath, enjoy some wrestling. Somebody said NUFC, so that's interesting as well. And that is just a reminder that we are here on Sunday for Battleground and, of course, Double or Nothing. But with all that being said, how's everyone doing out there? How you feeling? How's your hump day treating you? How's your week treating you? You doing good? You ready for Dynamite? As I look, we're about 5 minutes away. So I will start this one off with Zach again, an early bird. Good to see you, Zach. Welcome back. Clay Lewis, good to see you as always. Appreciate you being here. Let's go. Wrestling Proud, welcome back. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. A lot of hope and prayers that it's going to be good. At this point, is it hope and prayers that they just air the full 2 hours? That we don't go off the air early? Depending on the show, it might not be terrible. But, we always bring the hope. I know people think the criticism comes from a hateful place and, you're just a bot or a Fed simp. It's not that, folks. We watch every single minute, and that's where we get here. So every Wednesday, we started off with positivity. We started off with hope. So if anyone tunes in later, I'm freaking out. Come back to the beginning. I was happy and ready to go. Diamond back, Darren. Welcome. Hello, friends. Look forward to the stream. Not so much for Dynamite. Well, Diamond, welcome back. And yeah, I mean, again, the wrestling might suck. We never do. And again, we hope it's going to be all right. We hope. Eric, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Dynamite doesn't get cut off. That's exactly what I was thinking. And another Thursday night war between Collision and Impact to kick off a big week, Memorial Weekend. Is Collision tomorrow? Are we doing a Collision tomorrow? You think I would know that? I had not seen that, honestly, Eric, so that's crazy. Hassan, welcome back. Let's roll up on WWE, on Evolve, on Tubi. I ask this every week. Are you watching Evolve? Are you watching it like now? Are you watching it instead of Dynamite? Are you watching it with Dynamite? Do you catch the show after the fact? Do you watch clips? How are you taking in Evolve? Addy, good to see you. Hey, KJ and Big Nick went to California in my hotel room. California dreaming. Let's go, Addy. Hope you're having a good one and sounds lovely. Kevin, welcome back. Damien, welcome back. Ask Old People, best name ever. Hi, Big Nick. No, Big. Well, he probably hears us. And KJ, how you doing? What's up, Anthony? What's up, chat? Welcome back, Ask Old People. I love the name. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Let's go. Probably a quote, and I'm probably missing it, but see Money, good to see ya. Boston, welcome back as always. Give me like 10 minutes. I did. I also needed 10 minutes, sir. So that worked out well. Roman Reigns in talks with Major Brawl. I did see this report going around, Alexis. Maybe. I always hesitate to believe it. Like, who told the source? Who is the source? But yeah, most likely. I mean, we know Roman's trying to get into Hollywood. We know he's dabbled in it already. We know that several others have as well. So it doesn't shock me. Who does Roman Reigns play in Street Fighter? I'm curious. Alexis, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeet God, welcome back. Just Jack is in the house. Yo, Daniel Berry, sports highlights. Let's go for life. Make sure you become a member, folks. Get those cool little emojis as well. Looking forward to hearing everyone suffer through watching this show while I play FIFA. FIFA's fun as shit. I'd whoop your ass. And yeah, let's hope this show goes well. Again, how bad could it be? It's a go-home show. So I don't have the highest of expectations right now. Wesley, welcome back. KJ, what do you think we'll open the show tonight? Do you open the show with MJF? Just to kind of get it going? Like, there's no real mark. Like, do you open with the world title? I think that's the last thing we should see as far as the trios match tonight. You could open with Osprey and Paige. That's a good amount of energy, but AEW doesn't love, not that they don't do it, but they don't love opening with the talking segments. As I am getting the violence warning, which means the show is about to go live, folks. I'll let you know where I'm at if you want to sync up at home, but we are about to go live. I'm going to get to this chat. So as we get a little Sum 41 on a Wednesday, I do appreciate the use of Sum 41. Tony, good shout on this. I like it. I like the vibe. Yeah, no, I like it. How do you feel about the new Dynamite opening, folks? Ye God, feeling it. Let's go. JV, KJ, I don't know if you talked about this before, but despite Raw being stacked, the ratings took a massive dip. I have not talked about it. I didn't even realize they did take that massive dip. Very curious. But, yeah, let me know how much. Dennis, let's go. We got the crowd shot. I got little Snooky, happy to be here. And Tony in the ring. So we are going to get, we're going to get a bit of a promo to start this one. There we go. We're going to start with Osprey. We're going to start with Paige, folks. Does Double or Nothing feel flat? Yeah. Richard, we talked about this before. I've talked about it online, and some people have, the expected, we don't want to hear that, go away, that, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people have felt that way. Even AEW fans feel like, right now there's only what I say, 7 matches lined up, clicked in, not a lot booked, and that doesn't mean that can't change, but there isn't a lot there. So, and a lot of what we're getting is FTR versus Nigel and Danny. Meh, that's a collision match. That's something else. Ricochet, Mark Briscoe stretcher match. Why you're doing a stretcher match on a show that has Anarchy in the Arena? Beyond me altogether. But again, it doesn't. I think once they started selling, All In's so important, especially to do a good number domestically for them, ticket wise. It is so important that they are overlooking Double or Nothing, I feel. That's my honest opinion. I think that they were teasing Kenny Okada All In. We know we're getting it. We're going to get one of these two gentlemen versus Moxley. Maybe we get both. We'll find out. But it's been a lot of talk about All In. I get it. All In's a big deal, especially this one coming, like I said, coming back to the USA to do All In after some big shows. They really want to push this one. So Double or Nothing does feel like it's been on the back burner. The booking, the last minute booking, the lack of story in a lot of cases. For the longest time, all we had announced were the tournament finals. I mean, that's crazy. Good to see Money got you. Richard got you. Let's go. 6 matches so far announced. Expect 8 more. Don't say that. Right now I have Adam, Hangman Page, Osprey, which we have in the ring. Sasha, Mercedes taking on Jamie Hayter. Tony and Mina. Mark Briscoe, Ricochet in a stretcher match. FTR, Nigel versus Nigel and Danny. Anarchy in the Arena and the Hurt Syndicate against the Sons of Texas. Again, is that a pay-per-view level match? Is there a rivalry? Is there a heated, did the Sons of Texas work their way up through the AEW tag team ranks? Is there any type of build, angle, hatred? Nope. They just showed up and they got it. They won one match, so here we go. So, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. What is happening right now? Big Osprey chants breaking out. Where did everyone go? What did I miss something? Mina is so much fun. Just Jack, welcome. Official Jamar, let's go. Jake, the original tribal chief, welcome back. Molson Triple X, let's go, bro. Kyle, good to see you always. Over under how many matches TK announced for Sunday? I'm going to put him at, I think he should be less, but 10 or less would be perfect. I think he goes over. I'll put the bar at 10.5. What was this? This is a really slow, odd start to this promo, guys. Telling security to leave. Okay, thank you. Now he's got bails. Anyone else feel like this is not really the energy we were hoping for to open this one? Anthony, how you doing? Let's go. Cherokee George, welcome back. Evening all. Moxley with the Young Bucks. What? Think this will work? They're going to do it whether it works or not, Cherokee George. I don't love it. Maybe we'll talk more about it in the tag team match. But bring it back up. We'll circle around when we get the trios match later. Because, again, it feels a little forced and nonsensical. Forbidden Door in London. Yes, it is. Welcome back, Keyshawn. Heel Anthony, good to see Ask Old People. Still digging the name. Recipes Jim. Yes, recipes. Good evening, Brandon. Jim Ursay. Okay. That's a little more on point. Jason, T's and P's for sure. Boston, good to see ya. Sean Reed, welcome back. What? Crowd reacted to none of that. So basically, are they saying this is going to be the main event? Is that what just happened there? 13. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. I really do. No type of hello. What am I? I'm not there yet. Lots is happening. Patience. I'm all over the place, sir. I'm catching up. Look. I was that close. At least Will Osprey's selling us on how bad he wants it. But he went on a bit of a speech there, paused. The crowd was just like, huh? I make a 7, sometimes 15-hour flight every week. Am I supposed to be sad? Like, boo-hoo? Okay. How you doing, Philip? The champ is here. The champ is in the camp. Got knee pads and Our Lady friends. Damn. Okay, moist, if you will. Hashtag WFU. Let's go. Philip, how you doing? Off to an interesting start, guys. And it's a little flat from a crowd standpoint. Cedric Alexander was released. He's free. He's free to go. And we are expecting him any moment now. What up, Sean? AR1, good to see ya. When Osprey finally wins the title and we see it for the first time in a year, we should get a new. Yeah, that's not even a bad show, but the AEW title is nice. It's solid. So I don't want him to change it and make it worse. It is crazy that we haven't seen this goddamn title in months. It's insane. Oh, cry me a river, bro. And did Osprey say that this was going to be the main event? That what is, I don't care. Will Osprey talking about his travel schedule. Like, bro, how about you just move? Yeah, am I supposed to feel sympathy that you travel for work? And yeah, it's a long flight, but it's optional. That's an optional hardship. You don't have to work at AEW, and you don't have to have your family live there. I don't want to be crass about it, but you making millions, and you can afford. I can't afford a weekly flight somewhere. Like that, to me, not the best of babyface promos. And again, a weird slow start, taking all that time for security to leave to open the show, and then to have that beer moment. The promos aren't great. This is okay. I'm with you. Kevin, how you doing? Richard, we got you. Brother Floss Salisbury, welcome back. I just had to sit an Applebee's ad, and I believe probably my fault, not gonna lie. See Money throwing love to MDB, like in tears. You didn't click on me yet. I'm getting there. No, good to see you, my guy. Welcome back. I like this promo, making it about bringing the belt back to AEW. Very passionate promo from Osprey. I think he's delivering it with passion. I think the message isn't my favorite. I don't love it, and I don't like. Again, you're trying to be a sympathetic baby face and about your hardships. I mean, talk about how it's your dream and da 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 da. And I'll go through anybody to get my goals, but I mean, I don't feel that sympathetic to your optional hardship. I just don't. It doesn't make. Oh, poor Will. I mean, again, get millions. Poor Will. And he, we know how he's pulling it off. Thank you, TK. And that's fine. That's amazing for him. But I don't feel bad about it. I like what Hangman's saying now. And Hangman's fired up. Crowd has been a little cold, though. Wow, this guy racks up the... Yeah, no shit, right? The jet setter in our sights. Shit. I wish I had a job that required me to fly once a week. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Let's go. Wesley, good to see you. Do you see that Paige versus Osprey? Do you think? I think that's what was being said. That Osprey wants to go after everything because he wants to put on a performance. It means so much to him. It's going to go on after Anarchy in the Arena. That's crazy. Solid promo. I think Osprey is confident enough to know that we've ended a few, especially with Moxley. Tony Khan's had a couple pay-per-views end very poorly with John Moxley in the main event. So don't put him, keep the Death Riders and the Bucks out of the main event. And at least this Osprey Paige match should send us all home pumped. No matter who wins, I think it's going to be an exceptional match. I need to know. I like Paige better than Osprey. I like Paige's delivery. I like his message better. What's up, Tanisha? Kevin, good to see you. The best promo Osprey has given in AEW. I think he's done better. And I don't care about his travel schedule. Yeah, a little bit, Bash. Welcome back. Brandon, are you making your TON picks tonight? No. Thursday, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be here for all the pay-per-views. He wants to be the main event. Yes, he does. So that means he's going to be the main event. He's not going to say it, but he's just making mean faces at Osprey now. Are they going to hug? They start crying? What you plan on doing about it? Yeah, pick your bottles. Pick your bottles, as I like to say. I don't think asking for sympathy, he's talking about his grind. But that's, again, part of that telling me about your grind isn't my life hard? No. Optional. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, again, keep in mind, Boston, I think he should be the face of the company. He is the best thing you have. He is nothing but just piss and vinegar. He's all nalgas. He digging in. He wears his heart on his sleeve. I love the guy. And then he puts on banger matches. It's that simple. So as much as I love Will Ospreay, I didn't love the way the promo started. I love the passion he did it with. I just don't give a shit about him flying back and forth. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. There's a lot. Yeah, no, I don't care. Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I agree. I should feel bad for Osprey for a long commute. And again, I will I'm not. It's not disparaging to his family life or anything like that. It's simply a lot of people go through far worse and don't have a billionaire to support the process. And again, this is good. This is so much better. When it comes to Will turning on the opponent and making it about winning and making it about being the guy, beautiful. This is solid and strong. Just when we get into when we get too real, too far into real life of I gotta take a plane. You don't have to. What's up, Wrestle Rants? How you doing? Zach Morris versus AC Slater. Dig it. Let's go. AC for sure. Brandon, how you doing? Welcome. Still saying hello. I love it. Let's go. That's best pro. I don't think so. This part might be. Osprey still. I got that one. No, it's good. It's good. KJ, I predict a new champion at AEW Double or Nothing. One of the women's titles could change. I can't see that happening though. Mercedes isn't defending her title. Tag titles? What title do you see? See? I love Osprey, chair. See, and just again, maybe it's my kind of theater mind at times, but when you come up to that crescendo and you're in each other's face, and you're growling and barking, once you hit that plateau, you got to pull. You got to pull, shoot, and leave it. If whatever the conclusion is, leave on that note. Don't dip and then pull it back up. Because now he's just screaming. Well, he got beat big time on that one, bruv. Again, he was fired up. What do you think? What do you think, folks? Will Osprey haircut screams heel like any sport. Why are the baby faces in AEW so whiny? Yeah. We're like the bad, like the still a baby face, but like, a cool baby face. Why is everyone so upset? My life's so hard. Now he's telling him, if you ever need someone that has your back, I got you. This is unnecessary. Okay. All right. He goes and gets his beer. It's good. Overall, Alex, it's been really good. Really good. A little bit long. A little bit of clunky out of the gate, but really good. For a face-to-face, this is good. All right. Will Osprey with his best Stone Cold. Oh, he did his trips. That's going to blow up the internet. I love this kid. Osprey does the spit. I like it. They're killing it. Oh, Paige a little more dainty with his chug. It was good. It was good. I'm hyped. I can't wait for this match. And a big part of what they did there is why the aerial assassin just bombed Adam Page. I thought Adam did well too, though, Ronan. KJ is the predictions champion on the. Yes, it will be. I love this segment. Best promo I've heard in AEW in a while. Yeah, absolutely. It's the best. I don't know. I don't think it was Will Ospreay's best ever. But I think we got there, and I think it ended real strong. As both men kind of meeting in the middle here. Yeah, no, but as far as getting me hyped for a match, I don't think a promo segment of AEW I can recall in a long time that really got me amped for a match. First 20 minutes down. AR1, good to see Damian, let's go. So it sounds like this will be your Double or Nothing main event. So I'm trying to catch up on this chat. Got you, Alex. If I haven't said hello to you yet, hello. Bradley, welcome. Hello, everybody. Thanks for putting my team's owner death in the chat. I had to go check on X. Let's go. For putting my team's owner. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, T's and P's, Bradley, for sure. But I got Moxley. I got Marina. Walking through. Lost you there for a second, folks. Hangman looking like we'll leave that one there. We'll let that one go. Is there any reason to chop liver because you're champion? That's it. Yep. For now. So are we doing the trios match now? There we go, folks. So Moxley coming out talking about it. Unpopular opinion. Double or Nothing card clears Battleground. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. We will talk about that tomorrow. I mean, to me, the Double or Nothing card is a little bit light. It's a little bit light for my liking. I don't love how it's booked. The only thing I'm super interested in is Osprey and Hangman. None of the other matches to me feel like a pay-per-view match. Yeah, that's my struggle. I like this. There you go. Hangman killed Osprey in this promo. See, there you go. Both sides of the argument, folks. I like this. So who won? Who won? This is dumb. No, it wasn't dumb. Colts owner Jim Irsay passed away. There you go. I did not know. Adam Rhodes, Will's Jet Talk. Just my opinion. Yeah. You're free to give those opinions, folks. We've seen Punk talk about all his injuries and history and grind. Yeah, but there's a big difference between my injury and something that is forced upon you. I feel bad for a guy who's trying to accomplish his dream, and a few weeks before that dream comes true, he gets he gets taken out of that opportunity. He gets hurt. It's out of his hands, out of his control. To me, it's not even close, Boston. Not even close to the same thing. The way, and like I said, it ends up being real strong. It's just I wish less whining. And again, I don't have sympathy. But here come the Bucks. So I will put this in the chat, folks. We're getting the trios match right away. A weird spot for me if I was booking. It feels almost backwards. Like, I think sometimes your main event stuff, like your champion at least, I thought this would go last. The Junks, which is John Moxley and the Bucks. And here comes the Ops. Let's go. Let's go. So get your votes in. I didn't put nobody in it, but your grind involves you working once a week, traveling business first class every time you fly. Again, it's an optional strife. So yeah, no. Unbearable. Joe Bangles, I don't think it was that bad. Again, that was a small critique. I thought Hangman really picked it up, and then I thought Will came back to him. I want to hear the fighters talk about fighting. I want to hear the guys that want to be champion really dig into that. Going into, I used to sleep in a car, and you got to remember, like, especially through some of the heyday of old wrestling, they all were presented like stars. It didn't matter what they really were like in real life. When you got out in front of that camera, you were whatever character and you lived it, right? So for me, that's where, like, again, I don't give a shit that you choose to fly back and forth for your job that pays you millions. It wasn't needed. It didn't help build that, go Osprey. There's so many other things that make me say go Osprey. But we are getting the start. Moxley and Joe swinging. They really need a subtitle Osprey sometimes. Solid segment, outstanding segment. How is it more relatable? I'll let you two talk that out. But yeah, no, I wouldn't agree at all. What do you mean Christopher Daniels retired? Yes, he's out. He's done. Hangman technically did it. Is Hangman drinking on the job? They both are. Yeah, no, that was if you wanted to be excited for that match, that promo should have done it for you. And I truly feel like I really want to see that match. Now I really want to see it beyond that. And as I said, to me, it's the most compelling thing on Double or Nothing's card right now. Like, again, a lot of maybe not pay-per-view matches set up except Osprey and Paige. What do you think about the 1T25 WWE draft between Raw and SmackDown? Not announced yet. Again, some of the crack reporters out there in the IWC said sometime this year as we get an assisted drop kick. But Swerve gets the tag. Flips. Single leg takedown. Let me see what the poll said. 54% ops. The Buck Riders going 46%. So pretty even. Bum, 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 bum. What's up, Alex? AR1, let's go. Bruv. There you go. Good evening. How you doing, Richard? So this is the main event. So yeah, it looks like that will be the main event of Double or Nothing. And again, it's the best match. It is the most, like, I'm not pumped about Anarchy in the Arena. I'm sorry. I know some people out there are thrilled about it. Been there, done it. Again, what's the difference? You're going to do a stretcher match on the same card. Seems like a waste. Is everybody's brawling? Everybody fighting. Crowd's kind of there. But yeah, it's going to be the main event. And based on the card, it should be the main event. And it's a better way to end the show. If you go off the air with another Moxley standing there holding up a briefcase, people might shit a cat. And I don't think that's what Tony wants. So you have the Anarchy in the Arena. Maybe do it. I wouldn't do it first, but maybe. As Hobbs gets in the way of Moxley, I don't know. What do you think? That was good. I agree. And Osprey does his Stone Cold. He turned it into the H, though. Give us a little trips. Good promo by Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay. I like it. I'm glad it's the main event. Best match on the card. I completely agree with that. Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament this Sunday. Yeah, Ronan, it's going to be good. As right now, I got one Buck holding Joe. The other Buck about to fly. Swerve tumbles into the ring. Flatliner. Down goes Nick. Matt. Swerve up and over. They're all-star. Yeah, this is an all-star tag. The fourth one of the month. They're definitely delivered on that promo. Sold the hell out of the match. Yeah, I agree with that. At least on AEW pay-per-view, we'll finally have a good main event for once. That's got to be part of the strategy, MDB. And just risking it alone of, we've been down this road. And if you keep rolling Moxley out in the main event, you might keep leaving fans disappointed. So smart. Moxley looks like an evil leprechaun. He looks just, I don't know. It looks like Schmeagol decided to wrestle. Osprey versus Hangman. So what's main event tonight? I don't know. I mean, we got a face-to-face between them as far as Mercedes and Hayter go. I can't see that main eventing. Mina, Julia shouldn't be the main event. That's already happening. Any suggestions? MJF, the main event? I thought MJF might open the show. Mox is so unnecessarily dramatic. It really is. It's funny because he puts all this effort into how he walks and how he moves and the little twist of the head. But then when the match comes, he forgets how important all that shit is. He's like, I walked really cool to the ring. And then what? And then sold nothing for 15 minutes. Thank you. No, it's not official, the main event. I know it's not official, Denisha, but I do imagine if they were going to bring it up like that, they got to do it. Because now if you don't do it, you're going to look bad, especially if the main, like whatever you put in that spot doesn't do well. Don't know. Mr. Noob. I think the Hurt Syndicate loses to set up the Sons of Texas rematch in Texas at All In with Cedric and MJF versus Bobby in a singles match. All right, I can take that. Maybe. I would imagine. I mean, they still are Ring of Honor champs as well. So I know, and at least they hope that they should be doing something cool and something nice kind of with Dusty. That's not a bad shout. I just don't know how it happens. And MJF costs him the title, leads the match. Yeah, I could see it. Sherry, how you doing? Benny, how you doing? Welcome. After watching Jey Uso come through the crowd on Raw, watching Mox come through the crowd feels pathetic. Facts. Dynamite hasn't given me too much to complain about lately. I have hope. I think it's been hit and miss though. I think last week's episode wasn't strong. I know some people really leaned on like how it all ended, but again, me doing this, I think there was a lot of flaws in it. Again, I think 2025 has been a lot better than 2024 for AEW Dynamite. Worst faction ever. Battleground clears AEW. Fair enough. Off the top of my head right now, there's more. I'm interested in more on Battleground than I am on Double or Nothing. The Bucks have go away heat. They do to a lot of people, Richard. A lot. One of the Bucks is wearing my favorite shoe, and I hate him for it, right? Swoops. The Buckleys for the win. Ops. I like Buckley's. Buckley's works better than what I thought. Ops and Swerve for the win. Okay. Moxley, Young Bucks for the win, which means I'm catching up. Why do you have this? What do you have in this match? Again, toss up, probably ends in a melee of some kind. I don't know if you're going to do Anarchy in the Arena. This match is a little bit. I get why they're doing it. Big compactor by Hobbs. Pancakes, Nicholas. Swerving. Down goes Matt. Down goes Nicholas. Oh, vice versa. Okay, I can't see either tag team losing. What will interfere here? Yeah, it's going to be a brawl. Yuta's probably going to run out. TK is paying me millions for maybe 30 minutes on screen time a week, so I decided to live back in the UK where my millions goes further. See money. Again, I love how that promo went. Oh, Swerve slipped. I think he slipped on one of the Bucks headbands. Didn't look like a comfortable landing. And he eats a super kick. TK. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Who do you have in this match? I think nobody. I didn't even give that as an option. I forgot who Mox beat for the championship. A lot of time has passed, Alex. I mean, again, it's funny. And to me, Jon Moxley has had one of the worst title runs in AEW history. I really hope this. Let's go. He beat Danielson. Yes, he did. Collision is tomorrow again. I had no idea. We will be live for our preview show for everything else. I need TK to start caring about Collision again. Collision feels like a complete throwaway. And if he doesn't care about it, then I don't care about it. So I really need him to kind of step up his Collision game. I feel bad. I mean, Saturday nights isn't a good show. I mean, you look at how constantly it's moved. Constantly it's avoiding pay-per-views or getting steamrolled by pay-per-views. Now it's getting preempted for Black Adam. Back body drop by Swerve. Oh, Buck in. No tag, though. So, other Buck and Marks. Jon Moxley has been badass, dominant AEW World Champion. That's been missing from AEW since the beginning. No, I don't agree, Michael. I really don't agree with that at all. I think Mox's title run has been bad. It's been boring. His matches, if you can tell me a good Jon Moxley match, I'm all ears. He continues. Wow, nice move by the Bucks. The frog splash, backflip combo. But Moxley hasn't had a good match as champion. He relies on gimmick. He relies on stunts to shadow the fact that he really doesn't wrestle well. I have not enjoyed Jon Moxley as champion, and I think it's the first time in wrestling history, and maybe that's why they did it, but we haven't seen the world title in months. But it doesn't feel like a big deal. It doesn't feel like he's hijacked it or made it matter. It just did it. It's a thing. Nobody seems to be bothered by it. Like, I don't know. To me, Moxley's had the worst title run in AEW history, and I'm looking forward to it ending. Dun, dun, dun. Collision is on tomorrow. Yes, several people have mentioned that. KJ, thoughts on AEW announcing All Out Toronto? Yeah, I touched on this earlier, Damian. Pretty cool. Pretty pumped. I love when the shows come this way. And I know that the Canadian crowd is going to be live. I know a lot of people are pumped about it. Have they built a double or nothing match for Okada or Cole? No, not to my knowledge. Oh, Okada might fight Speedball. Might. I think. Maybe. I don't know. But they haven't built anything. Adam Cole I haven't seen in a while. I know he's over on Collision. That's a guy that's completely lost all aura, if you will. Like, there is no Adam Cole vibe right now. It's not strong. Mox is Nick Gage wannabe. Yeah, he's toned down, right? He's toned down Nick Gage. Like, he wants to be, again, his actions, and I've said this for the whole time, his actions and his words don't match. So he talks big game. Oh, I hate where the company was going, and I don't like it, and everything this company stood for needs to be fixed. You want to team with the Bucks? Yeah, sure, let's go. What? The Bucks are the last team he should be working with. He should not be anywhere near the Bucks unless he's whooping the shit out of them. He hasn't been impactful as a champion. He has spent more time running away than being the monster he claims to be. Bullshit, like trying to pour bleach down people's throat or whatever the fuck. None of that made sense. Like, none of it made him cool. None of it made him cool. It was just silly. So that's it. The Death Riders have been horrible. The Moxley reign has been horrible. And again, when you need your champ to have a big match, we'll put him in another garbage bullshit match. So Anarchy in the Arena, here we come. And Moxley won't have to really wrestle. Moxley won't have to sell. Moxley will just have to bleed and fall on some shit. And that's what he will do. That's what he always does. I'm not feeling this six. I'm not really either. Not bad. Just not interested. This match is slow. I'm not interested in the 6-man. Again, not my words. I'm just reading, folks. I'm just reading. Britt Baker took all of Adam Cole's aura in the breakup. Facts. Let's go. Tough break, Cole. She ain't your baby no more. I'm not interested in seeing another Anarchy in the Arena match. Not now. Not now. And I'm not saying never do Anarchy in the Arena ever again. And I know Double or Nothing's connected to Anarchy in the Arena. But if you're going to do Anarchy in the Arena, really build towards it. This, and I said it last week, this was legitimately the equivalent of just shoving it all in there. You heard me. That's it. No lube, no nothing, just jammed everything in as hard as Tony Khan could. Like I said, Moxley should not be working with the Bucks. They are the antithesis. They're everything that Moxley stands against or supposed to stand against. Swerve jumps off the cage last week and 6 men run away without even scrapping. At least have a scuffle before retreating. So it's just shit like that. I mean, the ops kind of being involved. I love Joe, but it just, to me, hasn't worked. No spit, no lube, no nothing. Just in there. It's rude. It's rude. Kevin is doing great. I love when Kevin's doing great. That's excellent. Was Richard saying? Is it odd instead of Jack Perry, AW brought in Gabe Kidd? No. Well, yes and no, because we don't even know where Jack Perry returns and what he does when he does return. Does he ever return? I don't know. I'm not exactly missing Jack Perry, and Jack Perry does not necessarily make the company better from a television standpoint. I think Tony very much in the dream match. Oh, like Gabe Kid's super hot on the internet, so we'll just bring him in. Again, he's going to run a risk that this could be a Stephanie Vacour moment, but he's taking an opportunity, and that's another part of the storyline that kind of just got shoved in there. And we get it. I get it. Gabe Kidd has issues with Kenny. There's history there amongst a bunch of them, but none of that happened on your show. You're relying on shit that was built in other companies, things that people have. Again, I know it's for the sickos, the internet audience, but it doesn't help your show. It doesn't upsell your pay-per-view. This match will not end. Swerve hits Mox. No, we've seen men run around, even in this match, without a tag. Why doesn't Joe or Hobbs just jump the ropes like the Bucks did? Like, we were just running around with no rules. Now there's rules. But the crowd's loud. We get the tag. Joe gets it. Joe on fire. Down goes Mox. Down go Bucks. Bucks, stop. Uranagi. Snap power slam. I wish the Bucks just came back to put the Hurt Syndicate over, but they don't. Because again, when you see them standing near each other, it's not a shock that the Hurt Syndicate kicks the shit out of the Bucks. Beating the Bucks it's not a rub. It's not something that you really want. Oh, boom, 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 boom. No spit, no lube, no nothing. Who do you think Braun Strowman will come to AEW? No, I don't. Yeah, again, remember, if Tony wants to throw a bunch of money at him and he does what the Big Show did, yeah, but the Young Bucks are very boring. They're not very exciting. They're not very believable. Right? We get This Is Awesome chance. Justified. This is awesome chance. It's a long-ass match. Fakes it. DDT. That's a babyface spot. Super kick to Joe. Super kick to Joe. Double clothesline to the Bucks. I feel like we barely see Kenny now, despite being international champion. Just waiting. Again, we've seen him more than we have, so stop to both Bucks. I don't find it odd. Gabe Kidd is an actual talent, and Jack Perry is a tiny, annoying child. On that ground point, I agree with you. It's just from your fan base standpoint, why this guy? Kenny and Okada ruined their respective championships. They won the belts and never elevated them. Yeah. No, I agree with that. Okada, listen. Okada's collecting. Like, Okada's having the time of his life. He just sitting back collecting the money. He's happier. Once in a while, I say bitch. Once in a while, I have a bad match, and I'm making bank. Okada's loving life. Yeah, we're seeing why. It's very, drawn out. Like, we get a bunch of spots, and then everything slows down. Then we get a bunch of spots, and everything slows down. Moxley in. Spine buster from Hobbs. This match is longer than Sunday Service. It feels a little gratuitous. Spine buster. Nicholas on to Matthew. Exactly, MDB. Exactly. Right? There's several people that got paid by TK and never did a thing. Paid him money so he'd go on Jericho's cruise for Jericho. He rented a show. And not that kind of show. But there goes Mox. Another set of super kicks. Swerve still on the buckle, but wait. Leans into it for them. Double superplex. Tried to roll through. Locks a EVP trigger. Knees each other. Joe Kachachime. Roll up, and they win. Guess who's going over at Anarchy in the arena? All right. Samoa Joe, Hobbs, and Swerve get the win. Crowd loved it. How do you feel about this one? Braun is much younger than Show. Yeah, but Braun can't feel his leg. As we get stomping, here's Yuta, here's Claudio. But yeah, Braun is going into, like, he's going to be on a TV show coming up where he eats a bunch of food. Again, he is not, again, being a big guy, it's hard on your body, and he can't feel his legs. So I don't see him going anywhere. But I think if anybody called and said, hey, I'll give you a lot of millions, never say never. Shibata cleaning house. Shibata cleaning house. Forearms to Yuta. Here comes Claudio. Clap to Claudio. So does that mean Shibata's in Anarchy? Shibata lays out Claudio. Marina to the balls. To the balls. Down goes Shibata. And here comes Willow. I got to see this. Where is it? They haven't officially announced who's going to be in Anarchy in the arena yet, if I am correct. More company. Kenny Omega. Why is he coming out now? There's no reason. There's no need for him. I'm not wrong about this one. Snapdragon catches a super kick. Why did he come out when all the fighting was done? Snapdragon to Matthew. I see a new TBS champion. I don't, Alex. The V trigger, down go. Oh, yeah. Why did the babyface run out at the end? It was very slow. It was. Roll a pin. Good match. 50 minutes in, only 2 segments. Swerve's got a table. Okay, let's just eat up all the show. What? The heels winning at Double or Nothing. Yeah, I'm with you. If I had a four thumbs, I'd give this match 4 thumbs down. As we got him up. And Claudio say, where was he a minute ago? You can see the whole team standing back there watching. The match got better near the end. 1-0. That match got a lot of time. Too much time. Especially when we're going to see them on Sunday do a lot of the same tricks and moves. Swerve in the ops. Yes, they do. Shibata is back. So is Shibata going to be in Anarchy? Oh, Joe's got a mic. Joe said we're coming after you tonight, whether you like it or not. Or Jamie Hayter and her muscles on the program tonight. Yes, Jamie Hayter's having a face-to-face with Mercedes Moné. So we're going to get a brawl to end the show tonight, which makes me ask, why was this not the main event that led to this? This should have ended the show. All of this should have ended the show. But it's ending the first hour. Well, we got MVP. We got Bobby. We got Shelton. We got a lawyer. We got a toot. Why give a throwaway tag with a partner participants in the Anarchy in the Arena fight tonight. I don't know, Tom. And again, if you were going to do it as like a preamble, like we're going to do a match with some of the parts so that, again, if you're going to do it, as MJF in here with his new suit and Mark. Come on, Bob. It's still a little angsty. It's not my preference, Tom. If I was to do it, I would have done all of that's how all this should have ended. Then you follow it with this segment here. Benjamin Shelton, Shibata must be joining the match. Must be. You'd assume so. And again, why I didn't get the point of Kenny coming out and beating up the heels more. Shibata lays everyone out. Then there's a turnover. Then Willow comes out and everything's at a standstill. Like the baby faces weren't out, like weren't getting beat up anymore. And Kenny came out and was just like, fuck it, my turn. Make it make sense. KJ, what are your thoughts on Cora or Dakota might sign on where? Well, Cora has found her second career, so good luck to her. I'm sure she's going to make millions. Dakota, I could see her going anywhere. She'd do phenomenal with the knockouts. I think she could be a leader of the knockouts. I think she could be at the top of that depth chart with the knockouts, so they could use someone like Dakota. AEW, my only fear with AEW is they do very small amounts of focus on the women. So I worry that Dakota would just be another name, another Deonna Purrazzo. That's my hesitation there. Cora, I mean, she might pull the Mandy Rose, the Lacey Evans, and decide that there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Marina is so bad in the ring. I haven't seen her do much. We got to see her do something. What are we doing with Willow? Dude. Again, Willow would be a merchandising monster in WWE. She'd make tons of money. She's the second coming of the hugger. And again, there's no foresight, no marketing. Dear AEW, if you need some help, let us know. But there's just no there's no building individuals into stars. And that's what you want people to invest in. That's what you want people to spend their money on, is the individuals, your superstars. That's why Will Osprey should be the face of this company. Nobody gives a shit about Moxley. Nobody relates to Moxley. Nobody we're not even afraid of Moxley because he either bleeds or runs away. Those are his two go-tos. Ran away again tonight. Like, that's what he does. And then they'll still find a way to win at the pay-per-view. Shibata is back. Willow's there, so I'm catching up. As we are on a commercial break, folks, I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow as we're going to give you 4 prediction and preview shows for all the pay-per-views this weekend: Under Siege, Double or Nothing, Battleground, and Saturday Night Main Event. We're going to be here all night long tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one, and make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. We want to see these chats blow up on the nightly. Get the tables! Bum, bum, bum. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Just another Wednesday of Hot Shot City. Yeah, in a lot of ways. And people go, oh my God, that was so great, because they punched each other a little bit. Like, again, pop-up book writing is a little bit simplistic. The match was all right. It was too long. I lost interest. And again, I'm sorry. And I am a little maybe jaded or biased. I don't love what the Bucks do, and I don't love what Moxley does. And again, if that's your world champion and you're going to end it with that big brawl, that should be the last thing we saw tonight. Just end the show on that note with Joe had the whole crowd going. So if you're tuning in or catching the end of the show and everyone's standing up screaming and Joe's got a mic and he's all fired up, it really sells you on tune in to Anarchy in the Arena, right? But here come the Hurt Syndicate. Bum, bum, bum. The AEW title, trios titles, and international titles, all in one match is crazy. All 3 divisions taking a break for this PLE cycle. Yeah, and again, but there's nothing overly interesting. And you look at the tag titles, will be on the line, but I don't care about the Hurt Syndicate versus Sons of Texas. Tony's fighting Mina. I don't really care. There's not a whole lot of build up that I give a fuck about with these two. Been there, done that. This feels sloppy and thrown together. So that, I mean, again, the champions in AEW, if you can tell me right now, I mean, the Herb Syndicate's great. They've done good things. Who are your exciting champions in AEW right now? Who are exciting? Who really good champions that run a division, like a team? Like I said, outside of the Hurt Syndicate, who you know, like they say, are all about business. Who's an exciting champion for AEW right now? What song do you think will be played during the early stage? Yeah, right. Sweet Caroline, Brandon. Let's go. The contract signing is next. Yes, MVP's here. We got a table. We got Benjamin Shelton and Bobby Lashley. That's a fresh looking suit. You getting that Seth vibe? TK needs to retake Booking 101. He just needs to use his brain. There's people around him, great minds around him. This isn't hard shit. Just connect dots. Giving GTL on character the same suit. Doesn't surprise me. Dakota probably goes to AEW while Cora goes to TNA. Well, right now she's going to OF. How many women does AEW have? They don't need any more. Ken, we went through that a couple weeks ago where we ran through the roster and kind of broke it down, which oddly enough, some other podcaster did that as well. So that's cute. But yeah, bring her in. But what do you do with her? You bring them both in. I mean, we talk about some of the other releases. People are talking about, B. Priestley coming back into the fold. Okay, bring her in. And what? But here it comes, MJF. Kenny Omega might turn heel and join the Bucks. I can't imagine that. I really don't. That'd be crazy to me. I don't know. I don't like it. That Hurt Syndicate MJF segment was so random and pointless. Again, if you're going to come out and have a segment in the ring, I don't think you need the pre-segment. Unless you're like far apart. Do it at the 15-minute mark. Do it a half an hour later, if I'm being picky. God bless Willow. Yeah, it's crazy. Willow, yes, she did. Runaway Mox, never coming back. Runaway. That's actually really funny. Runaway Mox, never coming back. Yeah, I like it. All Willow. Yeah, that's it. Yep. I'm starting to think that Mariah is leaving. Willow signed a new deal so quick. Mariah didn't. It's the rumor. J-Boy still champion. Let's go. William Berg, good to see Michael. Mariah May under Triple H and Shawn Michaels will be a complete failure. Nobody can book storylines for Mariah like Tony Khan. Michael, you're crazy. Mariah May is all but where? And she wants out. If it was that good, she'd stay. It's not good. Gilly, let's go. It's been a while. What up, chat? KJ in the chat. I took a hiatus from watching wrestling after WrestleMania. I only watched TNA, which unfortunately the channel does not. That's not true. Gilly. You've been missing out. We were here last Thursday. We heard people. Let's go. Omega and the Hurt Syndicate. I don't like it. The crowd's been quiet for a lot of stuff. Up and down. They got really loud during the end of the tag team match and actually gave a "This is awesome" chant. So, again, a little hot and cold. The beginning of Paige and Osprey, pretty quiet. I think they both got them there with their energy. So now what is happening? Do you think that the Hurt Syndicate would be over with the WWE crowd? I do as well. I don't think that... I think the Hurt Syndicate would have really worked. I wanted the Hurt business to get more love. The idea that they were going to bring in the Street Profits and could really do something. Yeah, from what I can tell, maybe Trips and MVP didn't work so well together. Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, again, you see them come in here, super professional. The look is good. They're strong. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not watching this AEW show, kind of bored. Scott, welcome. You can watch me. Bobby Lashley is the most exciting champion in AEW right now. I'd give you that, right? Like, I mean, the Hurt business, but then you put him in a match with Dusty and Sammy. and they're not cool. Like, it's not fun. We want to see badass guys take on other badass guys and have badass shit happen. Is that too much to ask for? Pretty simple, pretty straight up, right? That's all we're looking for. So everybody's signing this contract. The crowd's kind of murmuring and a little bit of booey. Bobby's got the pen, the final holdout. See, this is where Cedric kicks MJF, and then he signs the contract. The crowd needs Blue Chew. Yeah, let's go. Perk up a little. The aftermatch Chaos Brawl was better than the actual match. Yeah, I mean, it was, but we've seen it so much lately, right? We just saw a huge brawl. Sometimes there should be moments of where the teams are tactical, that you just can't keep giving us brawls. And for some people that works great, but you can't just keep going back to the well. Even Tony Storm's gimmick has become very boiled chicken with Mariah May. Mariah May is a star. And if she's not coming back, I mean, that's not great for AEW. But there is a lot of talent kicking around. Bobby's still thinking. Bobby, are they booing? So Bob signs. AEW as great champions. As here come the Texas Suns. Like, fucking. Cedric puts MJF through the table and signs a contract. Wouldn't that be better than what happened? They have hats. They do. As here's Sammy. Here's Dustin. Y2J should beat all AEW champions in one night. Let's go. AEW's growth and overall business metric is up 35%. Says who, Michael? Do you have any proof? Any facts? Any figures? Any reputable sources that say that? I'm not saying you're wrong. I see people say stuff like that. Their ticket sales have been down. Their merch may be up. Now they are having some good nights. That's a good sign. We're very optimistic that, gain momentum. But there's no proof to any of these claims. Just like using this fake HBO Max number. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fake. So right now, Dustin is telling MJF to shut up. Name one tag team, one faction, one woman from the 80s that would make it and be over with today's crowd. Oh, man, I think there's a long list. 1 second. Okay. What is this? Does this shit not take away? Like, the crowd has gone dead silent. Nobody gives a fuck what Dustin Rhodes has to say about this shit. No one cares. One tag team. I mean, we still got teams like, like we talk about Edge and Christian. I know that Cope's technically there, Christian's technically there, but them as a tag team work in any generation, especially for this group. Again, I think one man, one woman. I mean, there's not too many women to pick from. Any of them would have been over and still work. The guys are pretty dialed in that way. One man from the 80s, and I said Hardys, and that was 90s. 80s, the Bushwhackers, they would work for sure. That's a good question. This is shit. That's good. Would make over in today's crowd from the 80s. I think the Legion of Doom work everywhere they go, always. So that works for me. I think that, and we actually saw him on AEW. Steamboat has the type of, especially in an AEW market, like Steamboat would be like Speedball Mike Bailey, right? So that works. I mean, Wendy Richter, she fits that young vibe. She maybe never got a fair shake in her time. So There's 3 off the top of my head. Big Nick is, yeah, right? And that's all, MDB. That's all. I miss Jericho. I don't. Scary. The Ultimate Warrior would be over with today. Yeah. I mean, he was over then too. That's part of the thing, right? Like, but again, the big jacked up steroid guy. I know we have big dudes, but to like that Warrior look isn't really like that prominent throughout pro wrestling anymore. There are guys that fit it, but they've gone less and less with time. Shotzi and TNA makes a lot of sense. I know MLW's teasing her, so that's cool. Mox best for AEW. No. Scary Sherry. A legend. What up, Vance? How you doing? Mariah May still has months on her contract to fulfill. TK will not be a fool not having her on All In. I don't know, man, with Mina on the show. But then again, the worst booked All In AEW's 5 years. Gilly, I mean, here's the thing. The story I heard, and again, I don't know it. I'm not the source of it. The story that was circulating was she's made it clear that she does not want to re-sign. And maybe she's sitting at home until that contract runs out. We know Tony's done that with others that haven't been in the good books. So maybe if she comes back on Sunday, maybe we're wrong. We'll find out. Dusty's as we go to Okada. Okada looks like one of those talking fishes you put on the wall. A big bass or whatever it is. Big mouth bass. What is happening? Shake my head. They have butchered this segment. So all the excitement, all the anticipation. You guys can let me know what you think out there. All the excitement, all the anticipation, weeks and weeks and weeks of build-up for the Hurt Syndicate. Will MJF join? What will happen? And they finally get to the moment. They finally get to the time where it gets down to him. We're all trying to guess what will happen. What will happen? Will we get Cedric? Will they trick him? What will happen? We never do. First ever faction joining contract signing that I can recall ever. But you finally get this moment. And out come the Sons of fucking Texas. And Dusty runs his mouth for longer than he should have. And all the juice, all the energy, all the give a fuck just flies out the window. Am I wrong? I miss New Japan Okada, not comedic Okada. This is mailing it in Okada. $5 says Okada. Says, yeah, no shit. But yeah, let me know what you think about that segment. We finally get MJF to sign, and it meant nothing. There should have been, okay, if the story is MJF actually joined and they signed this contract, the contract gets signed, he puts the hat on, maybe he has Sterling or a Plant run in with a camera, and he puts his arm around him like he's at the fucking draft, and balloons fall, and confetti, and you make a big deal of it. Oh my God, MJF is actually a part of the Hurt Syndicate. Done. If you didn't want to do that, you go the other way. It was a setup the whole time. MJF goes through a table, gets beat up a little, and then he's all upset and needs to come up with a plan to get revenge. That works too. But to finally, after all these weeks, get everybody to sign this bullshit contract, to have Dustin Rhodes come out and cut a promo on MJF, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Why is that the choice? Why? Oh, well, they're fighting on the weekend, KJ. Like, don't you understand? They got to build up the nobody gives a fuck about this collision tag match. Nobody cares about the Hurt Syndicate versus Sons of fucking Texas. Nobody cares. We hadn't seen the Sons of Texas outside of a Ring of Honor in months. They show up, tag title match, shove them into a pay-per-view match, and people dare complain about other pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever. I don't give a fuck what company it is. People dare criticize what's being booked, and you're going to book your tag champs against the Sons of Texas. Okay. It's not a pay-per-view match. It's not a pay-per-view quality match. Everyone's screen go blank. Well, mine went to commercial. We are on a commercial break right now. So, yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling out there. And again, don't forget, we are back all week long. Tomorrow is our preview and prediction for all 4 pay-per-views coming up on the weekend. And, of course, on Sunday, we are live for Battleground and Double or Nothing on the night after Saturday night main event. Yes, Dari, Willow did re-sign. She did. KJ, people talk always shit before they check their side of the street. Right? I mean, again, that's what kind of gets me is like, all right, you're going to put in this time. And again, if you don't like something, you don't like it. But you can't be critical and then watch your real graps get, shit the bed. And being like, oh, man, I can't believe my favorite. Like, guys, I just watched my beloved Maple Leafs get thrashed in a game 7. That'd like me showing up the next day and telling everyone everything's great. Nothing happened. Everything's great. Well, no, right. This is the plan. No, my team lost. We got to be critical of it. We got to scratch our heads and ask, why did it happen again? We got to go through that process as a fan. And we're allowed to do that. So again, I find it funny. Like, oh, we put on all the best matches. All right, well, here comes Jericho versus Hechicero or fucking, Commander versus whoever for the 15th time. Like, you can't say it and then not deliver it. That's the problem. But I don't get it. I don't get why you have Dustin Rhodes and Sammy get involved here. It completely killed everything they've been working on. Okada versus Speedball. Did they announce that? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Okay. So we're up to, that would be the 8th match announced. So we're at 8. Rick Rude. Rick Rude's great. I don't know. Rick Rude could not be Rick Rude nowadays, Chair. I don't think Rick Rude could do it. You think back to the Rick Rude promos. You fat slobs, you gross, sweaty. I think instantly people would be online. I can't believe they're fat shame. I can't believe they're being mean. I can't believe he said that about people who are married. Like, I don't know if it works. You let me know. I think if the company stood behind him and let him be that rude, that conniving, it would be amazing. I just think, people would fucking lose their mind till he got fired. He called us cows. Not everybody in my city's a cow. This is bullshit. $5 says Okada says, bitch, got that one. Have you heard if something has changed between Sammy and Mercedes? No, I have not heard. I have no idea, but they seem to have, slacked off. KJ, the only thing intriguing on the show I'll watch to see her business. So again, Gilly, here's a good question. Like, you've been watching the Hurt Syndicate stuff. I like what they're doing. As right now, I got Ricochet and Bowens. And as far as I know, an unadvertised match for the superstar that is Ricochet. I'll put a quick poll up. This match probably going to go longer than I expect. All right, folks, get in there. Let me know who you're taking. You got a yeah, it's so stupid. I have a big issue with the fact that that's a stretcher match. It's so stupid. Bowens. Did anyone screen go black? Got that one. Past that, we're back to it. KJ, people talk always got that one. Do you guys still do the Hot Wing Challenge? We do. It's just been on a bit of a back burner with so much wrestling going on. The original content has kind of put on the back burner. We will be back with the Wing Challenge. Is Nick the champion right now? Nick might be the champion. Oh no, Anthony is. That bastard. Anthony's the champion. So we will, I believe the next Wing Challenge we're going to do is women's wrestling. So be here for that. Bowen's taking the L. Let's go. Here we go with the rushed booking to a pay-per-view. Tag title match, rushed. Mina versus Tony, rushed. Okada versus Speedball, rushed. Again, like there's just no semblance of a real build of any kind, right? And again, I think you just saw it with the tag match. Have the two people that are going to fight at the pay-per-view focus on each other. If you see one, they're either around the other or they're talking about the other, and vice versa. Having them like in all this other shit with other people just distracts. I vote Rico Latte. Can we call him Rico Latte from now on? It's Ricochet yelling at a fan. Ricochet cheating to win. Yeah, let's go. As this match takes us to Pitcher and Pitcher, the pride of pro wrestling. Yeah, okay. Evening. What's up, Z-Man? How you doing? Must say lackluster Dynamite so far. Hope y'all are well this evening. I will admit, and you guys can tell me if you feel differently, I'm not super into the show at the moment. I've kind of checked out a little bit. I thought Hangman and Osprey was great. I thought the trios match was exactly what you expected it to be. I'm really disappointed in the Hurt Syndicate stuff, and you guys can tell me if I'm crazy. I'm really disappointed in the Hurt Syndicate segment. It made the ending of this chapter of this story just feel unimportant. So AEW is not worth $50 for me. I'll be watching NXT. Well, Bendy, we will be watching both, and you can watch with us as well. I think Bowens doesn't need Billy around. No, I don't know why Billy is around. Like, again, a babyface manager for what? I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, Billy's collecting a check. So be it, I guess. Dennis, KJ, Nick, and Anthony for bookers in AEW. Then we get some something worth watching instead of 2 hours of what the fuck is this? Again, folks, I mean, some of it's just, it is what it is. And I appreciate the kind words, Dennis. But again, some of it's just simple shit. And it's not about wrestling. It's just about storytelling. It's the same as every novel, every book, every child story that you've ever been given. They have they have principles that are kind of reign true through them all. So that's all it is. Simple storytelling. Rick Rude wouldn't be allowed to be Rick Rude today. Yeah, no, 100%, right? Yeah, no, it would melt everybody. Like he, again, went to the jugular. Like even a guy like Jerry the King Lawler, like heel king, territory days. He said some outlandish shit. Was Ricochet Hope leaving WWE to become a corny heel in AEW and honestly in the same spot? I don't, yeah, he's pretty much the same. And anybody else out there, I mean, he can say whatever he wants. He's in nothing matches. Bowens, this Mark Briscoe ladder match or stretcher match, nothing. And they should cook together, by the way. I love Mark Briscoe. I think they should have a fucking amazing match. It's just have a match. Have a match. This is where the best wrestle. These are the real graps. Have a match. Have a fucking match. The stretcher match makes no sense on the same night as Anarchy in the Arena. None. I love that you said the Bushwhackers, Butch and Luke, are my all-time favorite tag team. I love the Bushwhackers. That's part of it. I could go back to the Ava when they were the sheep herders era. But going way back. So no, the Bushwhackers were fun. I think I think they kind of give like Briscoe-esque vibes. Like if the Bushwhackers were teaming up with Mark Briscoe, 3 good men, 7 good teeth. Ricochet for the win. See you people lose their mind over. Yeah, exactly. Ricochet for the win. Ricochet versus Briscoe does not deserve it. No, it's not a long-standing heated rivalry. It hasn't, amped up. Like again, just doing it for doing it is stupid. Anthony is the wing king. Yes. Yeah, he probably he might have. He might have. Rico Latte, extra foam. Definitely extra foam on this fella. Let's go. Ricochet for the win. This feeling the show. You might have to try again, Scotty. Anthony Bowen's hairline looks pretty phony. It's very squared off. So far, the first hour was solid. Second hour has been a dud. I'd say the first 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Yeah, it's not bad. I'd say the bulk of the first hour was pretty good. The end of the first hour into this hour, it's been this middle. You got good bread and just it's a shit sandwich. It's still a shit sandwich. The bread might be good. And I guess we're gonna main event with what? Is Mina and Julia gonna main event the go home show? That'd be fucking nuts. It's the only thing else advertised. This wasn't advertised. Bowen's bats. We're not going to click on that. Gilly, come on now. Oh, I see what you're saying, and I don't want to get into it. Wrestle Rants. I'm dead ass shocked after all the great build-up between MJF and the Hurt Syndicate just to give us that crap conclusion. Fail. I don't get it. Rants, it was good. It was so good. And then Dustin fucking Rhodes. And I love Dustin. I think Dustin needs to come back to the Fed at some point just for one last run. And then you put him in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer. But my God. Like, what a fucking waste of a segment. All that hard work. All that fucking hard work. They spent all this time painting a picture, and at the very end, someone just came by with a red paintbrush and went, "Meh." I can't be the only one that feels like Rant does. But Bowen's setting up Ricochet. What is that? Discus. Call that a mollywop? KJ AEW Women's Tag Team titles is what I want to see. No. In AEW simply because I want to see more women's in AEW. That's, you know what? You got a fair point, Michael. If AEW women's tag titles would get the women on TV more, yeah, I'd kind of go with you. We got the scissors, the stupid fucking scissors on the actual OG scissor guy. Right? Go shit. Where are his kids? Billy, it's 9:24. Where are your children? As Ricochet wins with the scissors. So fucking dumb. The scissors are dumb. Goldust still sucks, just like his brother. It's not true. Stop it. Rest in peace, Jim Irsay. Yes, absolutely. Dre, how you doing? That really killed my whole mood. It did. It kind of shit on it, didn't it? Kind of like, oh. I was really looking forward to tonight because I thought there'd be a twist or a turn, but even if it isn't, you sell us on the fact that like even the group doesn't seem happy that he's joining. Even though they agreed to have him join, they don't seem happy about it. Oh, we got Marky Mark with a stretcher. So what's up, Anthony? How you doing? Let's go. Jerry Lawler in comment. Oh, yeah. No, it dead. Yeah, that can't happen. But amazing. But, yeah, no. As Mark puts Ricochet on the stretcher with little to no effort. Throwing bombs. Oh, here we go. Unnecessary, guys. This is so unnecessary. Stretcher match with no heat. None. But the crowd's booing because they like Mark. Hank and Tank. Let's go. They need Joey Styles for calling the stretcher match. Yeah, let's go, right? Well, there you go. Ricochet runs off. Freebirds is better. Okay. Not feeling the show. Yeah, again, ebbs and flows. There's been a couple good things on the show, and then a lot of, okay stuff. And again, for me, I think where we're stuck is the Hurt Syndicate MJF. How are we feeling about it? Dynamite definitely has a problem with keeping the momentum. Facts. Oh, I forgot to take that down. 68% were right. Okada versus Speedball is official. Yes, it is. Again, just like, oh, last minute, by the way. Like, I hate to be picky, guys. And I don't think Okada and Speedball is going to be a good match. I don't think it's going to be a good match. I'm not pumped for it. So on Collision, again, another woman that doesn't work for the company. Is it in Mercedes' contract that she is only required to fight women that work for AEW on pay-per-view? We got all these women sitting at home doing nothing for Tony Khan. Can't get on TV. But for the third, fourth week in a row, let's bring in another fucking import. So bad. Bowens for the win. Yeah, we got that. Floyd's back at it. How you feel about Alex Kane in NXT? Yeah, let's go. I'm all for that, Floyd. Ricochet, so corny. Briscoe with the stretcher. That was all kind of unnecessary. A name you haven't talked about in a really... Oh, that I really think could go to the AEW and just might is Shayna Baszler. Shayna is interesting to me because I think she'd be great. I'd worry that, like, do they throw her in the Death Riders? Does she become a tag team partner or work with Marina? She could help. It all depends. And again, my only fear with anybody signing to the women's division in AEW is how they are booked. Where's Megan Bain? Where's Deanna? Where's the other women? Like, that's my concern. Joe and Mox in a dog collar match. All right. Why do you need any heat for a stretcher match? Why not, right? We don't need it. Let's go. Puppies. The show was slow and got slower. It's been slow. Even me, I'm like, what do I get fired up about? But yeah, it's been a bit of a dredge here. The show was slow, got slower. I get why TK runs AEW like he does. He gets his inspiration from New Japan. Little storytelling, all action. That style doesn't work in Western countries. Yes, I get that, but I do know their approach is different, though. It's more sports-based, and maybe Tony wanted to do that, but just never found out a way. And I think part of Tony's problem is Tony doesn't know what he is. Tony is not confident enough in his own ability. I know you see this guy that says great all the time, but it's an insecure man. He is very fragile. And we've seen it time and time again. I think that's why the booking's wonky. I think that's why so many wrestlers get to do what they want. But again, there is a way to do it. And you could be the sports-based wrestling with all the graps, but then you dabble in storyline, but you don't do them well, right? The Devil storyline sucked. The Death Riders just sucked. The Young Bucks taking over, the Elite taking over AEW sucked. So again, then just stay your lane. But you're dabble in both, and you weaken both. And again, I think his biggest problem is he's a really nice guy. So even if he wants to deliver a New Japan product, it doesn't work for the audience. It doesn't pull us in. It's like, and we said it, it's like watching an All-Star game. Everybody loves the All-Star game, but would you watch, an All-Star game once a week all year long? No season, no regular season, just All-Star games every week. I don't think we would. You get tired of it. We want to see the competition. We want to know the stories. We want the rivalries. We want the heat. We want the angles. We want the fights. We want the battles. We want all that good stuff. And again, the Death Riders struggle to do it. They're bad at it. Moxley doesn't get it. Moxley thinks he's a savant and he's out to lunch. It's just not good storytelling. And that's where these matches, like a stretcher match between Mark and Ricochet, it's not a pay-per-view match. It's not been built for a pay-per-view. The way Mark's been booked for 2 years hasn't made it feel like he should be in a pay-per-view level, match like this. And overall, you're not that interested in it. They're going to do some high spots. They're going to do some tricks. They're going to jump off some shit. Okay, but so is Anarchy in the Arena. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I got Bibbins. Bevins with FTR. Mercedes has buried all the women in her quest to elevate the division. She has systematically picked them off one by one, even to the point, Mr. Noob. And one of the shittiest things, and I know some of the fans out there don't want to hear this shit, but again, those who throw stones, you got to be honest about what they're throwing, where they're throwing the stones from. And to bring up Athena, who's had this historic run on a Ring of Honor, and people can balk at Ring of Honor all you want, but this woman's held that belt forever. To bring her up just to check her off Mercedes' list, no angle, no follow-up, no revenge, just a fucking match. I beat you, fuck off. Thank you. Just another notch on the belt for Mercedes. And that, to me, sucks. That, to me, people want to talk about Becky Hogan. People want to talk about Charlotte Hogan, Rhea Hogan. Mercedes Hogan all day, every day. And it's even more Hogan because at least Rhea Ripley, highly talented lady, not a Hogan at all. She's the best at what she does, or one of the best at what she does. So people turning on her makes no sense. Charlotte has all the skill in the world. People don't like her, but that's fine. Becky, talented as well. Mercedes doesn't have the talent. That's what Hogan did. Hogan held people back because he wasn't as talented as they were. And this is no different. Athena's the best example, and I've yet to see a good answer to why it was a good idea that Athena got dusted and sent back to the shelf. I'd like to see Shayna Baszler go back to MMA, make herself a beast, and WWE will beg her to have her back. Again, I don't know if she has that option, but Shayna should be fine. Just collect a huge check. I'm going to AEW. Didn't hurt Black or Miro. They got paid. I got to know what the first part was. They got to have some sort of business acumen to know it's all a kiss of death. It depends what you're looking for, though, MTB. It was kind of depends how you look at it. But if you're an athlete and you sit around doing nothing for like 3-4 years, it could almost be the kiss of death. So I do get that. But here's the thing. As I got Mercedes coming out for her face-to-face with Jamie Hayter, here's the dilemma with all of it. As far as you're bringing it up, it depends who you are and where you're at. Guys like Mark Henry, Big Show, Christian, Cope, all collecting checks. To me, that was just, listen, I'm kind of on my way out with Dub. I'm going to go to this guy, and he's going to give me a shitload of money to work 6, 7, 8, 9 dates. This is a fucking dream. I get to do what I want. I can work once in a while. As I got Renee Paquette in the ring with both ladies sitting in chairs. Hayter looking good tonight. Mercedes doing Mercedes things. But that's the issue for me is, did it hurt Black? No. Did it hurt Miro? We can't discount the fact that they left WWE at a different time. It made 100% sense for them to leave WWE under Vince McMahon's booking and decision-making. And then when things changed, people went, oh, wait a minute, maybe we can go back. They were underutilized. There are a long list of people that were underutilized. More names are going to end up back in WWE because of it. The other part of that is, to your point, or to MDB's point, it's case by case. To me, it made a lot of sense for Ricochet to sign with AEW. It made a lot of sense for Will Osprey to sign with AEW. Though I think WWE could have made him a megastar, an absolute megastar, like the British Stone Cold vibe, like just talk shit. We don't really know what he's saying, but it's fun. You give him a couple catchphrases, and he'd be a megastar. But I think the environment suits him, the ability to come and go, to fly back and forth every week. I think that works well for him. So it's case by case. Ricochet, I think, hit a ceiling in WWE. He was never going to be WWE World Champion, maybe, but highly unlikely. So he's in a place now where he could be a World Champion. I believe Ricochet, AEW World Champion, doesn't sound terrible. I think this is a place that he can achieve more. But it's definitely a case by case in that regard. What happened to Camille? We don't know. Mixed messages about Camille. Coming to an NXT near you. The confetti falls. All right, all right. I'd rather have PG content from WWE than the shitfest TV 14 content of AEW. Depends. There's times where you can be too PG-13, too fluffy, and like, come on, this needs a little more heat. You gotta, you gotta amplify. This is adults being mad at each other. Now we have seen that lately with WWE, Cody yelling "Go fuck yourself" and shit like that. That changes the game a little bit. But again, then you get the other side of that coin of if you do that TV 14 too much, you're like, all right, well, pull it back a little, make it make sense. Solid promo from Hater so far. Not bad. Let's go. And I like Jamie having the sense, like working the crowd, selling to the crowd, trying to get the crowd in behind her, make noise. I hope this is a good match. I really do. Where's Kalani Jordan? She was just on Tuesdays. I was so impressed with JD McDonough this Monday. Oh, JD's awesome. JD can go. JD sells his ass off. Let's go Oilers. Let's go Oilers. KJ, there's still talent that's still being underutilized in WWE by Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. You're not wrong at all. I agree with that. There is talent. I think WWE is in a little bit of a different situation. I think they're trying to work out how do we get everybody involved, and there are people that cycle through. So certain people we don't see for a while or sit out for a little bit. It's so other people can get an opportunity. But yeah, there are people underutilized. But people only give me examples of like Natalia or Omos, which that to me is ridiculous. But we got guys that Karrion Kross could do more. I get that. You're right. That will always be the case. I'm not disputing that at all. I have my biggest argument in the other direction, Michael, is that I have to watch Mercedes Moné and Jon Moxley and Danny Garcia and Okada hold your belts, and you have so much better out there. We're building towards Double or Nothing, and some of my favorite wrestlers in AEW aren't even on it, aren't even around it. That's what bothers me is, Moxley should not be your world champion. You have better talent than that. So that is the dilemma is, again, you have so many women that aren't on your roster and you're continually bringing other women in from other companies. It's fucked. It's literally just like, I want to fight her. Check. She is the Veruca Salt of AEW. 100%. All companies, yeah, they do. Not, I would say one more than others, though. I really wish Hater would win here. Yeah, she's not going to. Best heel in the game, Mercedes, Logan, or Mox. Mox is a terrible heel, and Mox doesn't generate a whole lot of heat. You never tell me the last time you saw Moxley do a promo and the fans were just booing the shit out of him. Dom was getting more heat. Now Dom's being cheered. Don Callis gets more heat than Moxley. Mercedes, I don't know that she hits the mark. Logan gets so much. Like, you see what me and Nick debate about Logan Paul. Doesn't matter what I say about Logan Paul. He's hated, and doesn't matter what he does or what he accomplishes. Nobody's like, like if you hate him, you hate him. He has that like that hatred that transcends wrestling. They just hate him all around. We're fighting. Mercedes is a better heel than Moxley. I think the biggest dilemma with Mercedes is I don't believe her. She comes off very acting after school special. You know what this segment really needs? Jamie Hater muscles. As Sasha Lana beating the Hater. So the match, everything's had some type of altercation. Hater with the big clothesline. As she flexes, the crowd cheering. And let's muck it up. as Timeless Tony. So maybe up next. I mean, we're almost at main event time. It blows my mind that Mina versus Blue or Hart is going to be the main event tonight. That is nuts. I wish WWE was PG-13. PG is horrendous as a grown man without kids. Oh, absolutely. I guess you meant was not. But yeah, no, it's not good. And I want the adult battles. I want the confrontations. When I was a kid and you were watching wrestling, you felt like you were watching something adult. Grown-ass men arguing about grown-ass shit, right? You stole my girl. You stole my job. I'm going to fuck you up. I want to be champion. Let's go toe-to-toe. I'm better than you. I'm stronger than you. None of this, like, I had a hard life and now I just want to do good. And I have to fly. I get in a plane and I got to put my stuff in the overhead compartment. I'm like, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? Just cheer for me. I have it hard. Yeah, no, I want to go back to the adult entertainment. Let's go. That sounds wrong, but you get me. Well, folks, we are in a commercial break. I'm assuming one of the last commercial breaks we will get tonight. And it does look like Mina Shirakawa and Julia Hart are going to be the main event, which, hey, okay. I hope Triple H push Cross the Moon. I think it's coming. I think it's undeniable. And I mean, I know people out there have their critiques and criticism, Triple H, but you got to remember, he at least seems to be paying attention. I mean, Jey Uso gets as hot as fuck. Jey Uso gets pushed. Karrion Kross getting hot as fuck. He's going to get pushed. Joe Henry heats up, not even in the company. They bring him in. They're paying attention. And I think Kross's time is coming. He's earned it. The Beyonce of women's wrestling. Girl, if you don't... That's what I mean. Like, she don't realize she the Kelly Rowland. She don't realize she ain't the Beyonce. But she has the attitude of a Beyonce. So it's a little... I mean, again, it works as a heel. I think my issue is, she truly believes it, so it drives me nuts. But I just wish she was a little more believable. And it didn't seem, and again, her storylines have kind of been all over the place, right? And her in all these one-off dream matches, they're not my dreams. That to me, like, there's no build something strong with your champion. Put her in an angle. It's just this foregone conclusion that Mercedes is Tony's little favorite toy in that division. And we got to put up with her no matter how good or bad it is. Jey Uso as world champion is a no-go for me. I'm tired. Well, sing-alongs are part of the show, man. It's like going to a concert and being mad that people are singing in on the tune. It makes no sense. So Jey Uso is champ all day. There's nobody in AEW that rocks a building like Jey Uso. CM Punk, right on that level. We saw what happened on Monday. Seth Rollins gets a huge reaction. Roman, but Jay's up there. Remember, go back to Survivor Series. Jey Uso's entrance was last because it's a party. And that's what it's supposed to be. You go to a wrestling show, it's supposed to be loud and fun. And again, I my heyday of wrestling watching, everybody had something. DX had it. Rock had it. That was part of the show. Like, you wanted to be in those moments. So fans nowadays, it's lame. Everyone's having a good time. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the goal. That's where we're heading. That's what we're supposed to be achieving. The best Mercedes promo in years. Richard, I'll take your word for it. Osprey needs the AEW belt. 100%. But so how do you feel about Adam Page? What if Adam Page wins at Double or Nothing? Ouch, that. I pick Logan out of those three. Logan gets real heat. Yeah, like Dom, not go away heat. I would agree with that. I think that's a very fair argument. Logan is obnoxious. Absolutely. Yes, he is. So Tony, switching, keeping with the music. It's a lot. Why is she dancing so much? Who she thinks she is? Both Owen Cup final segments were well done. Richard, I would agree with that. I'll let you have that for sure. Add Cena to the heel list. Yeah, Cena's a unique case though, because again, there's heat there, but it all feels like we're all in on it, right? Like it's not this, it's different with a guy like Logan because Logan creates that belief. Real gets that real heat. John, we're kind of in on the story with him a little bit. It's been too talked about. It's too forefront. But yeah, I mean, Cena gets a lot of heat. If listen, the one thing I will take away from that comment, from 444, John Moxley is not a good heel. He doesn't garner the fans aren't losing their mind booing. The fans aren't throwing shit. They don't get it because he doesn't, like, his shit doesn't work. He doesn't have good payoffs. He doesn't have good matches. Like, it's the bad guy who wants to die. Like, it's the weirdest shit. Like, please drop me on some stuff. But here comes Julia Hart, one of the best entrances in the company. Hashtag nightmare matches. Hashtag fever dream. Cross is not main event material. Triple H is wasting his time. Mike, you're not even close. Have you seen that, man? Come on now. There's a few matches I want to see with the heel Cena, like Cena versus Punk, Cena versus Jacob, Cena versus Cody. Definitely I got Cena rolling through right now. Cena's checking off some names. R-Truth, I asked for it. Kind of like Drew McIntyre. I paid for it and I got it. It makes 100%. It makes 100% sense to have this R-Truth match. Saturday main event's a perfect spot to do it. And again, will he revisit Cody? I don't know. I want Punk. I want that Punk angle. How was MJF hurt Syndicate stuff the weakest on the show? It really shouldn't have been. It really shouldn't have been. And I don't understand why that trios match with all the brawling isn't ending the show tonight. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Oh, well, you complain that he doesn't book the women. Yeah, but when you set them up to fail, it doesn't feel like you're doing a good job. This is the go-home show for Double or Nothing. One of the biggest things on Double or Nothing is the fact that your EVPs or former EVPs or wherever the fuck they are going to fight this group in an Anarchy in the Arena match. So why would you not end the show with that? Even if I didn't love it, it was still kind of a big thing. Like, again, well, Mina's going to fight Tony. Yeah, Mina just got here. Mina was gone. And again, it's going to be a fun match. I don't think Mina's going to win. There's a few matches I want to see with heel Cena. Yes, got that one. Cross, got that one. Mercedes looks like a clown with all these random nothing women's matches. At least use the women talent. Yes, Wrestle Rants. Again, you want to beat some ladies, but see, when you want complete control of a situation, there's other people that have a say in that, kind of how that plays out. So instead of trying to go over and bury all the women around you that you have to share a locker room with, you just bring in, lady from Mexico, lady from Japan, lady from China, lady from Honduras. We'll just bring them all in one by one, and then I'll beat them all. I look like I'm amazing, and everybody that works around me is, okay, because I'm not fucking with them. Nobody does. Did I put up a poll? I probably didn't. Anyway, let me know who you're taking. Mina or Julia? And why is it Mina? I hate people having fun at wrestling. Stop. Yeah, like, again, it blows my mind, man. But maybe a younger thing. I went to a fucking Jelly Roll concert not that long ago, and there was like 6 youngish people all just sitting there watching, like sitting, not doing shit. I don't get it. Maybe that's what you think you're supposed to do. I don't want to do I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. It's not cool. I don't get it. Why are you there? Why do you go to wrestling shows and not want to fucking scream, yell, and dance and jump and do all the fun shit? TK is trying to key and shit. Yeah, no, that's silly. Takes 10 minutes. Yeah, but it's fun. Again, how long did all that fucking DX shit used to take? Triple H had a bit. Road Dogg had a bit. Hand the mic to Billy. Yeah, take all the fucking time because you're entertaining us. I'm down with it. right? Like, I'm good with that kind of shit. Rock, this is your life. We're the highest rated segments ever in wrestling history ever. Which is fun. Just fucked up. Audience participation. We get to laugh along. We get to play along. Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time. All the other times, right? Why would we like the Dudleys with Get the Tables? The audience participation is important. You pay to go. You want to sing along. You want to play. You want to cheer. You want to feel part of the show. You want to bring your signs. I remember spending hours putting signs together because we wanted, maybe they'll see us. Yeah. Killer Cross was really, yeah, no shit, right? How does Darby get a big push, but he puts his personal in front of the business? Because his boss allows him to do it. And some people, what a nice boss. But I don't have any problem with Darby going to Mount, Everest and doing his thing. The issue for me is don't write half the story and then leave it as a to be continued. Like, what you should have done is have it a to be continued, but Darby's down and out. But again, it is what it is. I thought it was bad timing. And I don't know that. Like, I'll ask you guys out there, you guys and girls and everybody else, like, honestly, is Darby the savior of AEW? Like, if Darby comes back from the mountain and they strap that belt on him right away, is he the guy that saves AEW and brings it more glory than it's ever seen? I don't know that he is. Apparently, Gabe Kidd isn't on the Anarchy in the Arena graphic. I don't know. They put out a graphic for All Out 2025 with Jade, CM Punk, and someone else that doesn't belong there on it. Saying Don C gets more heat than Mox is an interesting statement. To each their own. I don't think it's interesting. I think it's undeniable. The minute Callis walks out, I'm pretty sure even if I put it in a poll right now, it'd blow up. Callis still gets booed. He actually gets booed. Nobody makes any noise for Moxley. None. He's not a heel. He's not close. There is dozens is a stretch, but there's a lot better heels and people that get a worse reaction than Mox. Mox doesn't generate anything from the fans. It's fucking disappointing. But yeah, Don Callis is the closest thing to a Dom Mysterio you have in AEW. Tony Storm on commentary. Yes, she is. Gabe Kidd is not part of the Anarchy in the Arena. That can't be true, Sonny. That can't be true, Sonny. Jey Uso is better than shitty-ass Killer Cross. Now that's a whole different argument. Jey Uso is different than Killer Cross. Killer Cross is a star, and he's going to get there. Tony needs to stop hopping around like that. Floyd, yawn. Yeah, I'm hoping you're talking about Dynamite. Mina throws... no push Cross. Keep him far away from Jay. Yeah, I don't know that Jay will have the belt when Cross is ready to get the belt. I'll put it that way. I vote Jamie Hayter. There you go. Moxley is a depressed heel. Moxley's actions and words don't line up. He talks about being a badass and I'm gonna fuck everything up and da 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 da. Think about any action movie you ever saw. When the villain, when the head boss, the top guy is a I don't fuck around type of guy, he stands. He's there for the battle. He doesn't run away. He has other people doing his bidding, but this whole idea of running away all the fucking time doesn't work. As we are back to the action, the Death Riders are Diet NWO Light. Not even. Yeah, I mean, again, I guess. They haven't done shit, though. That's the problem. Show up. Fuck the show up. Randomly beat up people that matter. Dominate them. You got to. But part of the problem in AEW when it comes to that is because Tony's so concerned about feelings and the 50-50 booking, right? Well, Moxley can't come in and just beat everybody and bury everybody. Well, maybe he should. Right? Because if you know how to book, you can overcome that. A babyface can get run over by the Death Riders and get a comeback. But everyone's got to be kumbaya. We don't want to hurt anybody. We don't want anybody to be upset. So he wins some. He runs away from some. Stupid shit. Mercedes Moné dream matches are like when you sleep. Let me up. As Julia slowly getting back into the ring, it's a swinging back fist. Mina getting a win is good, but why is she main event? Yeah, listen, I want to see the women book strong, and just putting them in the main event doesn't mean they're booked strong. There's more to it. And to me, this is not the way to end your go home show. The fake Rhea and Jay hate is laughable because week in and week out the crowds say otherwise. The crowds go nuts. That's it, Rance. Is anybody can say whatever they want online, but we see that pop. We hear the crowd. You know, a sold out building going nuts. Jey Uso's entrance is so over that he now does an encore. It's fucking unbelievable. It's what everybody is trying to accomplish in wrestling. And I feel like anytime somebody gets to that point where they do, that's when the fans say, fuck it. It's not cool if I cheer for this anymore. Mariah returns tonight. No. If anything, double or nothing. But that's a maybe. Candidate champion sucks. As Mina working the knee of Julia Hart for the win. Good luck. The IWC is literally right to censor faction is in real life. Yeah, they really are. They cry about everything. They bitch about everything. Then they do the shit that they accuse other people of doing. Again, it is the worst. And I mean, there's a lot out there, guys. If you ever want to watch fucking people melt down and be hypocritical, go to Blue Sky for a day. My God, it's gross. But yeah, there's a lot of it. There's a fucking ton of it. Toni Storm is awesome on commentary. She's amazing. She's funny as shit. Once you're over, less is more. I bet KJ said, show your puppies. Yeah, no, not often. And Mina gets a roll up so we don't hurt Julia's feelings. Okay, match. Not bad. They asked Rikishi. Including the audience is part of the fun. I'm sure there's some of us that can remember The Rock and Austin sing. Yes. All that shit. What does everybody want? Good. Like, that's why that got over. If, you know, Owen Hart getting over as a heel, speaking of the Owen Hart Classic. So Mina gets a roll-up win, which leads to another fight. Why didn't she just beat her with the figure four? Why didn't they just beat her with the figure four? And then she gets kicked by Sky Blue. Why? Like, why? Again, you already have something to focus your attention on. All you had to do was Mina beat fucking Julia with the figure four. The night ends. Julia taps out. Mina looks like a badass. Now Tony and Mina teaming up on Julia. And any match that related to a match at Double or Nothing, this is how they try and build you for a match, with the exception of Hangman and Osprey, and that's the match we're most excited about. But every other match was just a fight. Match, fight, match, fight. And this is, the crowd's murmuring, not saying much. They're playing tug of war over the belts. The crowd's murmuring, not cheering. Dragon screw from Mina. This is still going on. Okay, we're not done yet. Y'all Jey Uso haters need to stop. High blood pressure is going to. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, no. Wrenches need to not talk that way. Moxley is a skid mark. Yeah, he's not good. This is how you build a match. We'll just have a brawl. Sky Blue. Bloody hell. Gotta love a good old throat roll up. It doesn't make sense to beat her with a roll up and then put her in the figure four. Just beat her with the figure four. Simplify. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. That's it. And again, you go off the air on a flat note. The crowd's not screaming or yelling. They're not overly excited. You were better off going off the air with Joe with the mic in his hand and having the crowd losing their mind. That's how you sell me on the pay-per-view. Tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, right? Like, Jesus. Is Renee's? Anyway. Oh, here they are. So you stopped to do an interview, and the dudes are 10 feet away. I love this company. I fucking love this company. My God. So we got another brawl. Another brawl. Like, fuck. You remember when Samoa Joe said he was going to beat us up? Ha ha, I guess not. Oh my God, there he is. Again, if you're out there right now, like, so cool. You're either under the age of 14 or you're under the age of 14. Shibata's got a stick. Kenny's got a can. Why didn't this just end? Like, why didn't they just do this at the same time they did the other shit? Why end with Tony in that and completely swallow it with this? They're already doing the match. They're giving the match away for free. I don't have to spend $50. This is the match. Why are we going to do it again on Sunday? How are we going to stop it here tonight? What do we do? Oh. So bad. So bad. It's not needed. How do you ask me to pay $50 when one of the only matches on the card that we might want to see that is an actual pay-per-view match because of who's in it, and more music? Oh, the music's playing for no fucking reason, which they're going to do again on Sunday. Again, there's good shit. They're just hurting themselves. Again, the same bullshit we've seen. Somebody's music randomly playing at the top notch, and they're fighting. This is the match. What you want to do in this moment is have them not able to get their hands on each other. You're doing the match now. And why is the music playing? Why? Fuck. They don't. That's why. I'm sorry, guys. If you're out there right now and you're like, so cool, this is fucking bad. Bad. It's not good. And all the AEW diehards, another great show from Tony. Get a fucking grip. Yeah, no, my bad. We need 5 minutes. Again, you want people to pay $50 to rewatch what you're doing right now. Why? You end the show tonight with Samoa Joe saying, come Sunday, we're going to kick your ass. The crowd's losing its mind, and we can't wait to see the chaos. Or give us 10 minutes of the match you're going to run out on the fucking weekend. I don't know. And no Gabe Kidd. So what the fuck? You got him in just to deliver a fucking, what is he, a fucking work for FedEx? What are we doing? The V-trigger and the house call. This is so fucking bad. It's actually hurting the idea of do you really want to see this on Sunday now? Oh, there's Gabe Kidd. So, hey, he's not just a FedEx driver. But this won't stop. Now Gabe Kidd's here. Where were you 8 minutes ago? And Gabe Kidd showed up, music went off. Magic. The fuck are we doing? Yeah, I don't know whose music that is. Darby Allin's. Like, no, his actual music, not. I'm tired of anarchy in the arena. Don't do it for tradition. I feel, yeah, I agree with you, man. Build it. Build it. And this still going. So bad. So bad. And none of it connects. And fans out there are still going to try and convince people, oh, so good, man. So good. It's fucking killing your company. This is why people are giving up on AEW. Why are we doing this? Yeah, finally, you just randomly went off. Why? No rhyme or reason to anything. Just do it because it's fun. It is the equivalent of hanging around with your friends in the backyard of like, put the music on, it'll be cool. Turn it off. Never mind. Never mind. Right? Let's go. Oh, we go through tables. Why? Why? Bonus footage. Yes, a lot of ways. The thing is, for anyone, oh, you're just a hater. No, I see what they have. You have it. You just can't color within the lines. I get it. But you just don't understand what you're doing. You think that just helped sell the pay-per-view. It actually hurts the pay-per-view. This is Garage Karate. Facts. But ladies and gentlemen, AEW Dynamite has gone off the air. That is the end of the show. Hope everyone out there enjoyed it one way or shape or form. I will take a rating out of 10 like I do for every single show. I don't even know where to begin with this one. The ass backwards booking, I don't get it. I don't get it. I even think that if you had ended the show with Adam Page and Will Osprey, it would have been better. I always start the show with hope. I really do. But again, ending it with a women's match, that match was silly. Why do a roll up just to put, like, see, this is where the immaturity of Tony Khan comes in, because the people so focus on wins and losses, they don't get what they're fucking doing. They don't get what they're fucking talking about. So you get a roll up and go, oh, she doesn't look weak because she just got a roll up. But then you turn around and put her in a fucking figure four. And then she's laying there flailing. Well, now she looks weak. So help me understand that logic. And then Tony gets in and we get a scuffle, which was extra. So that match had a brawl. Let's go through it. A post-match brawl. A scuffle and a fight. They were the only ones that didn't, and that's the match I'm most excited about. That was fucking weird and got ruined by Dustin. This was the biggest disappointment of the night. What else we got? Oh, we had the Ricochet match. That ended with the stretcher coming out. That wasn't even announced. Ricochet's such a big draw. They don't even announce his matches. But yeah, I mean, that's the issue here, guys. It's not that they don't have the talent. And people can brag all they want about this talent roster. It is stacked. There's a lot of really talented people. It's just everybody coming together and they're fucking it up. They're hurting themselves. Again, that to me is the perfect example of you are about to do a pay-per-view. You don't do 10 minutes of Anarchy in the Arena to sell me on Anarchy in the Arena. Right? We don't have, like, you got to think about it. When we do these press tours and yeah, every once in a while, guys shove or there's almost a scrap, but keeping them apart builds the excitement. So if you kept everybody apart tonight and you had tonight go off the air with Samoa Joe telling Moxley they were going to destroy them, and you're watching as a fan and you hear everybody in the building losing their mind because everybody loves Joe, everyone believes what Joe's saying, that is the perfect end of that show. You get me way more excited for the pay-per-view and Anarchy in the Arena by doing shit like that than having half of the match that you're only going to repeat on Sunday. That's a problem. That is a problem. But I digress. I will take your rating out of 10. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want to talk about as I wind this one down, as I head towards the door. Don't forget, we are here for 4 predictions and previews tomorrow, as we're going to do all the shows. We're going to do Under Siege, Saturday Main Event, Double or Nothing, and Battleground. We got more matches added to Double or Nothing this week. We got another match added to Battleground this week as well. Saturday Main Event got a little more clear, and another match. And of course, Under Siege is all locked and set to go. So, folks, let me know how you're feeling. Good night, Brandon. 2, trade New Mexico to Canada for Alberta. Let's go. Oh, that's too funny. 3. All right. 3, 2, 5. All right. 5. I'm kind of there. 8. Robert, really an 8? Really? What did you like about the show? And I don't mean to browbeat you, Robert. If this is an 8, when they actually do a good show, what do you give it? A 12, 15, 20? Tonight wasn't a good show. Tonight started well, and I'm going to give them points for the things they did well, but it was not a great show. And the second half of that show, it really sucked. It was really slow. It was boring. I wasn't interested in Bowens versus Ricochet. We made a big deal about Bowens coming back, but again, he just loses. We never see him. Again, you wasted your main event. You could have set it up and structured your show proper. It's just not good. Mina versus Julia was okay. A 2-star match. If we want to speak that AEW language, it's weak sauce, and it was weak sauce. The best part of this show, and the only thing that looks good for Double or Nothing, is Hangman Page and Will Osprey. 5 out of 10 from Dro. 5 out of 10. 10 out of 10 because I only watched the stream. Watching the channel is much better. Dennis, nothing but love, buddy. Do appreciate that. How was AEW? Good timing, Roddy. Let's go. 3 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Wow. So that was an interesting 8 minutes of overrun. Not necessary in a good way, but interesting for sure. 5 out of 10 for me. And yeah, I think that's where less is more. If I could have taken Mina and Julia, move that to the middle, and you could do it the same way, but you don't have to. Tony comes out, at the top of the hour. You got the ladies in there. Tony looks great. She's a star. She's funny. So if you're clicking and you hear this British lady cracking jokes, you might hang around and listen a little more. And then you main event the trios match, and then you have all hell break loose, and everybody goes nuts. And just before it gets real heated, real good, 1,000 fucking security guard come out and separates everybody. And then everyone thinks the fight's done and somebody gets free. And then they fight a little bit more, but they get apart. And you have your commentary, grab their microphone. Oh my God, folks, what's going to happen on Sunday? Easy peasy. In and out. Let's go home. That's all you have to do. But nah, Tony's got to be Tony. And we got to give us 10 minutes of the match we're going to see on Sunday. And it looks just like the match we're going to see on Sunday. You're asking people to pay $50, but you're going to give it away on free TV. What the fuck are we doing? I just realized Dynamite only had 3 matches. Yeah, shit. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. The promos besides the MJ stuff saved the show. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go 5.5. I'm like 6. I mean, what's the difference? Who gives a fuck? Again, I give him a couple points for Hangman, Osprey. I thought Hayter did a really good job. Mercedes actually did a really good job. But again, another melee that just led to shit. There's another example of they get in each other's face, pull them apart. Gotta tune in on Sunday to see who's going to win. You build that anticipation. You can't have everybody just do the same shit. It's so rinse and repeat. You talk about real wrestling, real graps. That's not how it works. That's not how real pro wrestling works. Everybody doesn't fight everybody at random. That's not how this works. Real pro wrestling, they're not allowed to fight. You got to keep them apart. Like a legitimate sport, you got to wait for the bell. And the people that don't wait for the bell, They're exceptions. In this company, it's the rule. If we're going to fight on Sunday, we're going to fight on Wednesday first. That's not how it works. That's not real pro wrestling. This isn't about sports entertainment, which are all one and the same, but people like to try and fucking draw lines between things. Real pro wrestling isn't just brawls all the fucking time. Real pro wrestling isn't, we have a match on Sunday, so you're going to get excited about it by me beating the shit out of you now. You sell tickets by what can be. You sell tickets on the presumption of whatever's going to happen on the weekend, I can't miss. But if I just saw it, then maybe I don't need to pay. Maybe I don't need to buy a ticket because they'll come back. Then they'll just do the same shit again. That's my argument. AEW All Comedy Wrestling. If you like repetitive beatdown angles, this was the show for you. Facts, 8 out of 10. That's way too high. Wrestling for Life. I love it. I love it. I love it. 7 out of 10. I'm talking them down. Let's go. I don't even know anymore. KJ LOL. Again, MJF Hurt Syndicate. And listen, I'm going back to 5.5. But that was my biggest disappointment. You built this for weeks and weeks and weeks. And just when we get to the finish, you give us blue balls. Thank you, Tony Khan. Thank you for that. I can't believe you did it. I can't believe everyone's okay with it. It was such a fucking stupid thing. You got to sell it. You got to be grandiose. Again, it's pro wrestling. Sell us on the fucking angle. Don't stomp on it. And we saw it tonight. Sky Blue kicking, just shows up and kicks Mina in the head. Like, don't have her involved tonight. Don't. And I don't give a fuck about the history. Don't do it. Right? We got people involved with each other. Focus on the battles, the rivalries that exist. Anyway, 2 out of 10. I fell asleep the whole show, 7 out of 10. Horrible show, -2. Well, I give it some love. 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. By the way, Double or Nothing will be on Amazon Prime. Okay, I might have to do it on Prime. You got to wait for the money, right? You got to make them earn it. First taste is free. What are we doing? But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pack it in. I'm going to call it a night, but I will remind everybody we are here Sunday for Double or Nothing and Battleground. We're here Saturday night for Saturday Night Main Event. We're here Friday for SmackDown and Under Siege. And tomorrow, we're going to break them all down and go through all of them all the way through. Under Siege, Saturday Main Event, Double or Nothing, and Battleground. But as always, folks, this was Dynamite. This was a show. We started with hope, and I'm hopeful. It gives us a pay-per-view we can write home about, we can be happy about, we can smile about. Either way, whether the wrestling sucks or not, we're going to be here, and the wrestling might suck. We never do. On behalf, well, go follow all our socials before I say goodnight, but go click all the buttons, be a friend, tell a friend. On behalf of Big Nick, on behalf of Anthony, I am KJ White. Thank you for being here, and until tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip side. Bye.